At this time, I would like to invite forward all of the children, the young at heart who wish to sit on the floor, and young adults who potentially might be able to help when the little ones don't know the answers. So come along, come along, come along. And apparently Rogu's coming. Okay, well, hello, everybody. Today is the feast of the Pentecost. It is a very important day. This is the day when people from all over the world got together and decided to be church together. So, we call it informally the birthday of the church. That's what we call it. So, since it's a birthday party, I have balloons. Well, I'll tell you what to do with it in a momento. There you go. All right. Now, hold on. And don't put it in front of Rogu's nose, please. Because it would make him sick if he swallowed it and die. That would be bad. All right, so there are a lot of ways to have fun with a balloon. How do you have fun with a balloon? You let it fly. Like a fly. That's a flea. Flea. Okay. And what else can you do other than let it fly? Stare at them intently. Bonk your brother with them. Yes. Use them for party decorations. What else? Keepy uppy, right? Good, excellent. Tying it onto a rope and holding it. Getting 100 balloons and flying away. And if Nick were here, he would say, giving them to your local clown. Okay. We have these balloons, but there is a problem with our balloons. Well, how are we going to do any of the games with our balloons? They don't have any air in them, right? That is a problem, right? So, yeah. Well, before we blow them up, let's think about that. They're kind of boring and flat without any air in them. Yes, but you can't even do that well until they're blown up, right? It's hard because there's not much of them. That's right, because otherwise you poke a hole in it, right? Yeah. So guess what? That is the same problem with the church. If you don't have air, or in our case, what do we call the air in church? Thank you, Aisling. The Holy Spirit. If we don't have the Holy Spirit in the church, then we don't have air, and we can't do all the fun things that you can do, like go out and go up into the sky and tell 100 people and carry it out into the world and have people notice that you're carrying it, right? All those things, and play not bonking on the head with your brother. That's a very bad thing to do with the Holy Spirit. No judging. But all these other great things you can do only if you have the Holy Spirit, right? So today, what happened was in the story, how did you like the story being read in different languages? How was that? Did that surprise you? Anybody surprised by that? Yeah, that happens, right? Yeah, that's right. But that's exactly what happened to Peter and his friends. They went out to preach all these people from all over the area were at this festival. And it was a Jewish festival because Peter and the other disciples and Jesus were Jewish. So they were all at the festival, and it was a festival to honor God. So these people were all there to honor God already. And then this amazing thing happened. What happened? Well, right, and first what happened? He put his hat on, but hats of fire started resting above the heads of everybody else. They had this little bit of fire floating above. It would be like I had my fire, and now Shannon has fire on his head. There, now Shannon has the Holy Spirit, and he can start preaching in whatever language he likes, right? That's pretty cool. Okay, so that's how the church started to grow, because they started to be able to understand it in their own way. Okay, so this is probably more for Melissa than anyone else. Is your mom here, Ashley? Yeah. Okay. So how many days does Easter last? No. 42. Nah. How many days? 40. Not 40. That's a good guess, though, because there's a lot of 40 in the Bible. Barbara? 50. 50 days of Easter. Now, I will tell you personally that our homeowners association recently issued an edict that says you have to take down holiday decorations right after the holiday. And so I know they're looking at me because my Easter decorations were up until yesterday. And I was ready. I had the calendar. It's still Easter until Pentecost. Okay, but now it's Pentecost. All right, so 50 days of Easter, and then we have this birthday of the church, and we name it Pentecost. That's kind of an odd name. No. Why do we name it Pentecost? It doesn't mean 5, it means 5, and in this context it means 50. It's the 50th day. And it turns out that this Jewish festival was exactly 51 days after Passover. So you see, it's a parallel. Okay, so what we want, though, is we want to have the Holy Spirit. We want people not to be empty. Because Jesus' disciples, they were scared, right? Jesus died, and they didn't know if they were going to be killed, and they were hiding, and they were afraid to say that they loved Jesus. Does that sound familiar to anyone? Yeah, it's kind of scary now. You don't know what kind of reaction you're going to get. And what this said was, what Jesus said in today's gospel is he said, I'm going to go away. You won't have me, but you will have what? The Holy Spirit, an advocate to take care of you, to always be there. Like when I say our blessing, right? I say the ever-present Spirit, because God is always with us through the Holy Spirit. So we need to get a little more spirit in this church. So you now have permission to see if you can blow up your balloon. Let's get some spirit into the church, into the balloons. You don't have to make them too big. You're doing good, boy. I could never blow a balloon up that well when I was your age. All right. You can't knot it? All right, Theo, you can be in charge of tying strings on them. All right, you need them tied off? Here, Daddy will help you tie it off. Here's Gigi. Gigi, you done? Yes, okay. All right, well, you can do it in the back because there's scissors in the back. No, you can do it in the back when the time comes. All right, here's mine. All right, so now we have some spirit. Now look, we can do things, and we can take these out, and balloons make people happy. and we could take them out and show people that we just came from church and we brought the Holy Spirit with us. Wait, what?
Wait, what if you drop all your balloons and you know which one's yours?
It doesn't matter. And that's a good question. You know what? That's an excellent question. Because what it is about is that we all share the same Spirit. And so we all share, it doesn't matter which balloon you have because they all have the same Spirit in them. No, but you can share Spirit, right? We all share the Spirit. So do you think you could take your balloons and your Spirit and take it out into the world and spread the Spirit? That's really pitiful. Do you think, it was really not impressive at all. Do you think you could go out in the world and spread the Spirit? Yes. Thank you. We all agree. So what do we say in church when we agree? Amen. All right, thank you very much. For the grown-ups, so for all the grown-ups, there are more balloons in the back, and you guys, Theo will be tying strings on for you in the back.